Miltonia, agroplants.org, also known as Pansy orchid. So this epiphyte orchid leaf plant, it's a perennial evergreen used as ornamental plant, of course for the beautiful flowers. They can use, not really recommend as a cut flower, or just put it in the house and it's a beautiful bouquet. There is a lot of hybrids of Miltonia, so be aware that they are usually the same kind of treatment, and it's kind of orchid. So, if you would like to grow with this plant, there is a link below, link in the right top side. If you purchase, this is donation for this channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe and visit our website. If you subscribe, it's really helpful for this channel to grow. So you can grow it in subtropical climate or indoor as a houseplant. Hardiness zone will be 11 to 12. Leaf color, this is why people actually grow it indoor mostly, because hardiness zone of subtropical, not everybody really lives there, you know. Okay, so the leaves are green, not something special. Flower color can be white, red, pink, orange, cream, purple, magenta, yellow, and of course more than one color, different kind of stripe, dots, spots, shapeless, a lot of different kind of beautiful patterns. You should check in the net, just Google it and you will find really beautiful kind of colors, and also a lot of hybrids. And I consider them a part of the Miltonia, although it's the same kind of condition. So requirement in order to grow. So how to grow? Well-drained soil, moist, high humidity, more than 70%. Recommend temperature, it's like in the night it's 13 to 19 Celsius, it's mean 50 to 66 Fahrenheit, and day temperature it's 22 to 26, it means 71 to 80 Fahrenheit. The first one was Celsius. Of course you need to fertilize it, let's say at least once a year. Switch the soil once every 2 years will be better. Use clean water, it's mean rainwater or okay, so if you change the old soil, you should better use the cork soil. Bark can be, or bark chip. When you transplant it, it doesn't need really big one. It matters that it will stay in the roots doesn't like to have a lot of place for some reason. This is some problem. Except this, change the cork before it become compost. This plant doesn't like the compost. Its connection to the good drainage, its connection to a lot of different kind of pH that change over the time. So also use styrofoam. It's like like a little pieces that you put inside. It's for the ventilation. Without good ventilation, the plant might die. The roots will die first, and you will see. Also, I think it's important to use in the orchid generally in transparent pots. You can start to grow it by seeds. It's really hard. The best way to grow it is buy a plant or daughter plants. Separation, better to do it when you already transplant to another kind of new soil. It's not very hard, but you need to be gentle. Better not to cut the roots. And if you are already switch it, so just cut the dead roots. Mother plants probably have it. In order, planting season usually it's from the spring to the autumn. Major pests are aphids, spider mites, and probably there will be some kind of others, but not very. Orchid have a lot of kind, it depends how much clean the house from pests. If you keep the house clean from pests, and one method to do it, there is a machine for mosquitoes, so this is for the fly things that arrive. So if you see that start to be pest, clean the plant, even switch the soil. It might be in the soil. Wash it well, let it dry, of course. This is like natural way to take care of the plant without to start by chemicals. Except this pruning, it will be dead old yellow leaves, and after the bloom cut 2 centimeter. Part of the bloom stem, it's a good for the plant. The height of the plant, it's between 20 to 60 centimeters, so it's mean 12 to 24 inches. And in the right condition, it will be medium speed growing plants, and it means that usually it's just slow growing plant, especially when it's young. It's very slow. Require average amount of water. As I explained before, water, it's a little bit. Do not overwater, don't let it dry too much. Take care of the plants. Again, if you choose to grow it in a pot, don't forget transparent to see the condition of the roots. It's important. Let's say 20 to 40% bigger than the root ball. Not too much big. If the plant is big, so make 20%. If it's a small plant, so 40%. But the main point, as I said, this plant doesn't like too much place for the roots. Except this blooming can be all the year, especially mostly in the spring to autumn. But especially in indoor, you really give if it's not connected to the plant of the. Let's say that if it's not connected to the weather outside, so it can really bloom all the year. Except this, it's beautiful plant, used as a houseplant. You need a full shade, so with the light, so it's good. It's not something that you cannot give in the house. And if you have all this condition, I like this orchid. There are a few orchids that are a little bit prettier than the usual, and I think this is one of them. And why not to grow it? That's all from growplants.org. Don't forget to subscribe, visit our website, and of course, if you have any question, just ask. You have here links about more videos, some lists, subscribe, and of course purchase a plant, and this is donation for our channel. I hope you enjoy and come visit us again.